How y'all doing? Rob here. I want to talk to you about selling. I've written a lot about selling and how to sell and selling photography. I've always said that selling is basically an arm of marketing. It's very essential as well. Dan Kennedy used to say that selling was contingent on your ability to really not be prone to what people say about you, and your ability to really not give a shit. That's important. All right, sounds pretty oversimplified, but think about it for a minute. But anyway, so he also used to quote a saying by Zig Ziglar, and that was, shy salespeople have skinny kids. So when it comes to selling, you have to be somewhat confident. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your product. And there's no real way around that as far as that's concerned. So I would urge you to think about these things if you're at all struggling with sales. I'm going to give you a few strategies and experiences, but first I want to talk about the photo buzz that we had yesterday with Maria. Now, Maria is one of a handful of photographers that I know who are some of the best salespeople in the world. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, I've had her speak at some of my live events, and I've had her on multiple webinars, and she shared a lot of information on how she sells, and it's quite instructive. So I'd highly urge you to watch it. I'll put the link to yesterday's replay down below, so I urge you to subscribe, hit the like button to get further updates. So Maria makes insane sales, like $3,000 for promotion is not enough for her. She's pursuing $6,000 per promotion. These are Santa pictures, you know, low cost to entry promotional items. And yeah, I mean, you think about that. What the heck do you have to do to get that much money? Well, you have to have everything in place. You have to have all your ducks in order, so to speak. So here I am driving downtown, and it's December 2nd. There's a bit of snow on the ground. It's cold out. That's why I'm wearing my jacket. I'm looking out for cops, make sure I don't get pulled over. So, but selling is your ability to really convince somebody that what you got to offer is worthy of them to, like, giving you their cash for. There's got to be something they want and they value. So when it comes to photography, that's a tough call, man. And we really got to push the brand, push the positioning, so to speak. So in their mind, they got to look at what we're offering as something that is very, very valuable to them and worth the thousands of dollars. If you sell cold, in other words, they come off the street, so to speak, and they come into your studio, that's a harder thing to do. So to back that up a little bit, in order to make your job a lot easier, you got to be able to have a strong brand in your community. I like the idea that people know, they're the photographers, they charge a lot, but they're worth it. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to be part of my brand. Definitely not part of the, hey, you get $150, you get all your images sent to you. Well, they used to be on a CD or a DVD, and now they just send them through a Dropbox link. So anyways, you want to have that brand where people value you, and it's very important to pursue that. When you have that, you have to back it up with your personality, your presence. You got to back it up with a high quality session. And you know, the session doesn't have to be super high quality. I mean, really, I've seen a lot of average photographers that have the ability to create a high-priced item, and they can back it up because people respect them and the photographic experience, and just they believe in them. So you want to be somebody who's believable, and you want to be able to, when you quote your price, not blink and the next one who speaks owns the product. So you want to be confident in that respect. So yeah, it was amazing to hear Maria talk about her experiences. And one thing that she said was, well, a couple things she said that were of note, and that was, if you've watched her previous replays, they're all like pure 24 karat gold. But one thing that I've noticed, and this is true for anybody in any business, is that she's always learning, growing, expanding, and constantly modifying things and changing things. And she shares some amazing insights to some of the strategies that she's applied in reference to that technique, constantly being adaptable. But she's somebody who obviously really, really believes in her product, so it was quite amazing in that respect. So she also mentioned that she has formed a small, I think there's 5 other female photographers in this little mastermind group that she created. And a mastermind group like that is probably one of the most powerful strategies that you could implement in your life, whether it's just for general goal setting or specifically as it is for Maria. They're all photographers, so they're all going to share their photographic experiences and struggles, and what's new, what's not new, what's working. And they meet once a month. She mentioned something, and she said that, I'm going to do this mastermind group again, and I hope nobody flakes out on me. Obviously, she's had bad experiences with masterminds, and that's pretty typical of most masterminds. People just don't commit to them, they don't stick around. But if you get the right people, they do. If they get the right people with the right purpose and the right focus and the right goals, it's going to be invaluable. Most mastermind groups are really expensive. Like Dan Kennedy had one, it was like $100,000 a year just to belong to it. And it was limited to like 12 people or something like that. So you get something like that, you know, it's pretty valuable, and when you spend that kind of money, you're going to attend and you're going to implement. But Maria's got a small group, and they're not, I mean, it's a free thing where they've all just decided they're going to do this. So, but that's something that you can do as well. Create your own mastermind group, or join a coaching group, which is a similar experience where you have to pay, but it's worth it. I've spent $500 a month in the past to belong to mastermind groups of various types. Some were in person group coaching, some were one-on-one in person, some were telephone, and some were Facebook groups. So it's money well spent. So Maria mentioned that, and it was an amazing story that she told, a very solid success strategy. She also mentioned one other thing too, and that is she had a very sort of a negative experience with a client, and it was amazing the way she described how she worked through it. First of all, she learned from it. Second of all, in order to work through it, she called on one of her mentors, who's Jeff Lubin. Jeff Lubin's a long-time player in the industry. I interviewed him a couple of years ago. It's actually one of the best interviews I've ever had. As soon as I started interviewing him, I'm like, this is gold. This is pure business gold. Business strategies. It was absolutely amazing. So anyways, that replay with Jeff is also in my blog, or if you email me, I'll send it to you. rob@wizardoflight.com. rob@wizardoflight.com. Well worth it. You know, as we pursue growth in our businesses, nothing comes easy. You have to constantly be learning, constantly be growing, constantly be ambitious. And when I think of people like Maria, I think of the key word, which is adaptable, constantly adapting. And if you don't have strong, worthwhile goals to pursue, which become your locus of control, really, those are the things that are kind of your guideposts, your North Star. If you don't have that, you're kind of like just at the whims of destiny. You don't want to be at the whims of destiny. So in order to be strong in sales, you got to have a good business strategy, and selling's like the gas in the tank, so to speak. So marketing is the motor, and everything else, to use a little bit of a automobile metaphor. So highly recommend you watch the replay, and I'll put both. Actually, you know what? Never mind with emailing me. I'll put the Jeff Lubin and the Maria replay in the description down below, and I encourage you, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. All right, I'm gonna hang up now before I get caught by the cops. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks.